with no bias, news with no exception, delivering nothing but the truth. The Voice Express, live at West Visayas State University College of Education Virtual Room. Good afternoon, Philippines. Good afternoon, Iloilo. This is Jasha Detayson, serving you the hottest and the most leading news of the hour. RA 9275 or Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004 has been implemented. And for the headlines, for the overview, Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004, also known as RA 9275, governs water quality management in all bodies of water. We will hear it from Francis Daniel Arsenal. For the local issues, failure to adhere to the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004 could result to water scarcity and destruction of biodiversity. Lindsay Mitch Lim will report to us the details. For the recommendations, individuals and groups in the Philippines are undertaking variety of activities and efforts in acknowledgement of this act. We will hear it from Emiltom Jose. Live at Pasig River and Iloilo City River, Kim Villanueva and Ana Marie Martinez will give us some updates. Don't change your dial. We'll be back after these reminders. Water is the driving force of all nature, Leonardo da Vinci once said. Have you heard of RA 9275 or the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004? Come and quench your thirst for knowledge. Protection, preservation, and revival. A friendly reminder to stay focused on the issues, problems, and concerns, as well as the activities that have been developed in accordance with this environmental law.
The Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004, also known as RA 9275, governs water quality management in all bodies of water. It is primarily concerned with the preservation and control of pollution from land-based resources. It was signed by former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo on March 22, 2004 and took effect on May 6, 2004. Actions prohibited under this law are the following: discharging, injecting, or allowing to seep into the soil or subsoil any substance in any form that would pollute groundwater. Unauthorized transport or dumping into sea waters of sewage, sludge, or solid waste as defined by Republic Act No. 9003. Operating facilities without valid permits to discharge regulated water pollutants. This is Francis Daniel Arsenal reporting for the Voice Express, delivering nothing but the truth.
In order to protect the country's bodies of water from pollution caused by agricultural, industrial, and domestic activities, adherence to the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004 is a must. Failure to do so would jeopardize one of the most vital resources for survival, resulting in water scarcity and destruction of biodiversity.
Water scarcity and poor sanitation have significant effects on human health and social conditions. People, particularly those living in rural areas, are forced to drink contaminated water. They are vulnerable to health risks and the spread of diseases like typhoid, cholera, diarrhea, and many others.
Mahirap ba talaga mamala pag walang tulog, ganun. Tapos malayo pa po yung nigiba namin, doon pa po sa bakery. Asawa ko po nagbubuhat.
It has also a direct impact on crops, livestock, and human needs, explaining why there is more hunger and poverty, as well as poor education. Water pollution, on the other hand, is a major concern for the environment and aquatic organisms. It has the potential to reduce species diversity, disrupt the food chain, and have an impact on aquatic organism populations. Studies also show that pollution decreases oxygen levels and contributes to rising water temperatures, restricting the ability of some aquatic organisms to reproduce and survive.
This is Lindsay Mitch Lim reporting for The Voice Express, delivering nothing but the truth. Live at Pasig River, let's hear from Kim Villanueva for the updates.
Pasig River is one of the most famous rivers in the Philippines. It became famous because according to the American Association for the Advancement of Science, it has been identified as the world's most polluting river for how many years? During the early times, Pasig River has been one of the primary sources of marine resources for those who live near it. The river's rich marine biodiversity has been alive and well, and it has been able to meet people's needs. However, as the city became more progressive, pollution in various forms killed the living river, rendering it polluted and lifeless. The destruction of biodiversity happened as a result of toxic waste being thrown into the river, and poverty giving birth to illegal settlers in the river. On the other hand, water scarcity has put one of the most essential resources for human survival in jeopardy, affecting both rural and urban areas. According to the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, when the El Niño phenomenon strikes the country in 2015 to 2016, drought and a massive shortage of water in the cities and provinces emerge as one of the year's main problems. Health problems and even death have arisen as a result of lack of water supply, particularly in urban areas. This can be seen in developed cities such as Metro Manila. This is Kim Villanueva reporting for The Voice Express, delivering nothing but the truth.
Individuals and groups in the Philippines are undertaking a variety of activities and efforts in acknowledgement of this act, addressing issues such as water scarcity and biodiversity destruction. In the event of a water scarcity, the law provides practical and feasible solutions such as improved rainwater collection system, the development of springs, the rehabilitation of existing water wells, and the use of the state-of-the-art desalination systems combined with sustainable energy in all of the country's barangay. In terms of biodiversity destruction, various government departments and organizations such as Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the Department of Health, the Department of Public Works and Highways, and local government units implement various strategies such as wastewater and waste management strategy, providing right-of-way, generating sewage water system, and disseminating health information. Furthermore, raising funds is intertwined with their efforts to address the biodiversity destruction. This is Emiltom Jose reporting for The Voice Express, delivering nothing but the truth. Live at Iloilo City Rivers, let's hear for Martinez for the updates.
The Iloilo City government has made every effort to rehabilitate and revitalize the Iloilo River. The city's effort to clean up the river helped them win the Galing Pook Award. The initiative resulted in the relocation of informal settlers along the river banks, the removal of fish pens, the prevention of soil erosion, and the preservation of the mangrove's high biodiversity index, all with the goal of reducing the effects of water contamination and pollution. A massive cleanup of Boracay Island and Manila Bay was also carried out. Due to their popularity and demand, these attractions have become vulnerable to destruction, especially water pollution. Our government, led by NEDA, is conducting a cleanup drive to remove and reduce plastic waste from beaches, rivers, and bays. This action also contributes to raising awareness about the impact of plastic pollution on human and marine life. On the other hand, the town of Haniway is facing a great dilemma when it comes to clean water. To address this issue, CS Water Iloilo is now in charge of water supply and distribution in the municipality of Haniway. The company ensures that all Haniwaynons can have access to a cleaner and safer drinking water.
This is Marie Martinez reporting for The Voice Express, delivering nothing but the truth.
The Philippines as an archipelago is surrounded by water, and the country's water resources have been critical to its development. We are constantly reminded how fortunate we are to live in a country with an abundance of H2O. As responsible citizens, we can assure our own well-being by conserving environment and water bodies. This is Jasha Detayson reporting for The Voice Express, delivering nothing but the truth.